and YouTube recording where you continue reading from the book Black Veils, and this is, like I said in the title, this is Vampire Dayside Life. I actually just finished my walk through the forest today. You can see it on my TikTok. If you want, you can see that. There were some really cool animals and stuff like that. Even some baby squirrels, which was really neat to see. Because it's sunny out where I live now. So we are doing that. And then we're going to continue with this book. And then, so we're continuing with this book. And then after that, for my YouTube followers, if you want to see, I also have we're going to actually do a mobile game afterward called Non-Self Night. I mentioned that on my TikTok too. So we're going to continue reading from the Vampyre Pillars. I'm just going to open my can, which I already did that. So we did Dharma and Purpose, which is just finding your purpose in life and stuff like that. So we are on flow. And then we are getting on to the next chapter, which is glamour. Within positive psychology, one can enter a mental state known as flow, which is also known as being in the zone. That's what it was. That's how I am in the forest when I walk through the forest. I'm in the zone. The term was originally coined by Hungarian psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi of Claremont State University of California. This is an alternative state of consciousness, ACT, in which the individual enters when completely immersed or reserved in a task or action. Examples of flow state include being fully immersed in single-minded acts such as DJing, acting, dancing, performing a sport, singing, writing, painting, crafting, meditation, and storytelling. Yeah, I love being in the flow. In BDSM, flow can also refer to Dom or subspace, an absolute focus or specific state of mind, or ASC. Actors enter flow often when on stage. It creates a high and emotive state of absolute focus, energized applications with joy or rapture at being completely involved with deep pleasure. Deep pleasure for the task of activity. We have seen this throughout history in many ways, especially in Eastern religions. Flow can be described as a hyper-focus, sometimes overdoing something such as playing video games, which one can ignore anything else, or just focusing on one element of overall agenda. We all know that in video gaming. If you're a gamer like me, you're in the flow sometimes. It's like when you're playing multiplayer, you're in the flow because you're trying to get that opponent. Entering flow or creating flow is not achieved constantly. You're having passion, skill, talent, education, and a feeling of comfort with the task of action allows flow to more easily be achieved. Clearly set goals, proper place in conflict in the task or action also creates a strong foundation for flow. The learning process often enhances flow. However, it is achieved in a powerful tool for statistics. We're enjoying things in life, especially with positive effects for creativity. Goals. Purpose is goals. So we're never on goals. Purpose is the overall sense of what you want to be or do, but goals that be the short-term or life-affirming or actual tasks or actions to achieve the full purpose. That purpose your Dharma. You need to program yourself around your Dharma. Clearly state your goals, even if you're not achieve them. Strive for them in a realistic manner. J.C. Penney, founder of the department store, quoted once, "Give me a stock clerk with a goal, and I'll give you a man who will make history. Give me a man with no goals, and I'll give you a stock clerk." Hi. Part of the fear is discovering your Dharma. One of the many things to achieve an optimum mortality perspective. First, you need to get a general idea of your Dharma or purpose. Even if you change it in the future, it is okay to set one example. I want to be the best doctor. I want to become an astronaut and land on the moon to show anyone can do it. I want to be a vocalist and inspire people to love more. I want to explore the world and become a world renowned travel blogger. Next, ask yourself what your mission is to fill this Dharma. I my original Dharma was to be a writer, but I couldn't. I wasn't doing really well with that. So I went from one Dharma to the next to discover what I wanted to do, and I discovered I wanted my Dharma is to become a streamer and make money doing stuff like on TikTok and stuff like that. Because I started being an artist and I had a couple of people buy my shirts. I had drawings on shirts on Society 6. I can actually list that for you on YouTube on the YouTube channel if you haven't seen it yet. Be realistic. I don't actually have a scientific page anymore because I closed it, but you can check out other people's work. They're better than mine. They were way better than mine. That's why I think I was not doing well. But I love streaming for you guys, and I love doing all this live stuff and doing TikTok. That is my Dharma. Be realistic. Get willing to take a leap of faith. A calculated risk and dream big. Make sure you think it through about being mad. Manageable, attainable, definable, and data. For example, your mission if you want to become a world-renowned travel blogger so you can explore the world, you have wanderlust passion for culture, food, and language. This is an obvious sign of your Dharma. Fuel for your mission. Now list the specific results that you believe will signify you achieve each goal, such as I have been asked by trip advisors to be constant. I have guided a tour of the Great Wall of China, and my blog has won 10 different travel awards. Then ask yourself in self-reflection, am I now fully committed to pursuing my Dharma? What element of life will make this better or make me feel it if I do not do it right now? How would make it feel in life better? List these 3 reasons to reflect on this. Then ask yourself, if I do not do it now, what will happen? The entire purpose of life is to live, thrive, and succeed. What is the purpose of immortality if you just give up? There are many amazing books on setting goals and achieving them. Distractions. The mundane world is full of distractions, such as work, drugs, video games, entertainment, family, friends, and other expected events that take us away from our personal quest. That is true. The vampire seeks to minimize these distractions from their fare and maximize action, focus, and inspiration. It's not possible to remove all distractions in the modern world, but it's possible to do your best to manage them and use them. Death is the ultimate distraction as it is the end of survival. When doing ritual studying, writing, or meditating, one must, for the best efficiency, turn off the phone, find a secure environment, and take responsibility. When I meditate, I go to the forest, like I just said. And I walk the forest path. If you see I did just did a TikTok about that. And then I find a clearing and I put my yoga mat down and I close my eyes and I fold my hands like this. And I just be still. The same goes with differ. Surround yourself as videos like other vampires who take it seriously and challenge and inspire you. However, if you fail, take the vampire challenge and pick yourself up and keep going. And try again, but make sure it doesn't negatively affect others if you can help it. Okay, so now we're on the next part of Dayside, the third Dayside pillar, glamour, social dynamics. I am the source of the glamour, the great seduction within our blood, unleashed upon the mortal world. The glamour is a natural tool that elevates select members of our family to godhood and crafts immortal civilization itself. You might have called this a magic spell, you may know the glamour by an often an illusionary romantic attraction, almost calming and alluring faction within yourself. Tapping into your blood. Utilize your potential, become the glamour. The glamour is part of the lesser vampire magic, and it represents the most mystic power of mesmerism, seduction, and control that legends and literature assign to the black veil vampire. A glamour may be described as a magical spell, almost calming, alluring, or fascinating attraction. The moth, the more light itself with a candle flame is irresistible, drawn to the burning glamour of a fire. Fledgling and those new to vampire philosophy are often embroiled in the aesthetic of gothic vampire imagery, like fangs and dramatic attire. The mundane world loves such trappings, as they are many eternal suitors by the fantasy of the vampire. Fangs represent a power element of the glamour. It is only the beginning, an example that it is an actual magic trick. I listed fangs on my last YouTube. You can find them there. So on this, if you haven't seen this full video, check out my YouTube channel, and there's thing there, and there's also one where I list all my fangs. What was I gonna do? This one. Glamour at an advanced level can include magic tricks, employment, or near-realistic programming techniques. Traditional seduction, aromatherapy, being well-dressed and clean-cut, and a multitude of other concepts. Glamour is a powerful vehicle to move forward in life, be it amongst the vampires or with the mundane world. We use the appeal of elegance and seduction together, an effective and almost unstoppable vampire culture. What was I talking about before? Sorry. Okay. Glamour's advanced level can include educational magic tricks, employment of neuralistic programming. Okay, we read all that. Context. Context is glamour in everything in defense and dynamic framing, and which the vampire applies and presents their social application. There are three main contexts: personal, and sexual. Personal contexts are your extended friendship or dissemination of affection between family members without that sexual business context. A mother kissing their child, a hug between friends, men holding hands in India, kiss on their cheeks in France or Holland. Since each culture has their own tradition and etiquette before going somewhere or meeting someone or in another culture, study their culture to establish for connections. Yes, that is one gamut. Professional contacts are especially important for business. The most universal basic demonstration of this is shaking hands while hugging and kissing are generally more inappropriate in the Western business attitude. Professional dynamics can also apply to medical exams, treatment treatments or producing, or dance or fitness instruction. These are all forms of interpersonal glamour. Oh, I was gonna list society6.com on this one. That's what I was gonna do. Sorry. Just remember. So I know I don't actually look right now. My hair doesn't look neat, but I do always try to look my best in everything, and that's for glamorous sake and for nice sake. Right now I'm starting to glow it long so I can get some dreads and or grow it long. I just want to, I'm non-binary, so I'm trying to look the part. Sexual contact comes through what society has called courtship, which again differs in every culture. This recorded attraction was used to build attraction. Traditionally, the heterosexual courtship man is led by being able to read the woman's comfort zone and responses A true gentleman knows how to calibrate based on aesthetic context. You do not see a true gentleman touching ladies in inappropriate ways. Sexual escalation is just one example part of sexual glamour. Sexual glamour inappropriate can include touching erogenous zones. Nightside glamour is a ritual similar magic and energy work, and can be used for making energy linked to psycho contact and subtle contact. These links can be escalated further and further and weaves over time to allow a strong connection. Sexual energy will imply these links. Vibe. Within Black Field Vampirism, a vibe is a positive and strong energy between two or more people in a group. I have a vibe with my best friend. When I met her, I felt like I knew her right away. That's why I call her my twin flame. The positivity and affection between you and an individual of a group or group. The foundation of vibe is communication, which lays the foundation for common agreement. Agreement is defined as those tangible things that both people interpret in the same way. Communication is the exchange of ideas between two people or within a group. The stronger the communication, the more a positive vibe can be established. Like all elements of glamour, vibe can occur in a professional, personal, or sexual basis, or any combination of these three. They're independent, like a stool with three legs. It is one of the short, the other two will be outbalanced. However, when one part of the formula increases, the other are amplified. This is done instinctually by those with strong charisma. You can get good vibes are done through application of glamour, a form of vampire technology or founded in a natural way. Body language. Beyond speech, there is a great deal of non-verbal communication which takes place known as body language, such as micro-expression, body postures, touch, facial expressions, eye movement into the space. Eye movement has been used. Both humans and animals express body language in their substance such. Next connection is kinetic. I will list another YouTuber called Lisa. I forget her name, Lisa something. But I'll list her here. Lisa Glamour, I think her name is something like that. She talks about lady etiquette and stuff like that. So if you want feminine stuff like that, and then how to be more attractive and stuff like that. So I'll list her on not YouTube, but on the vampire things and Society 6 for you. Body language varies from culture to culture and era to era and can be very generally interpreted. Facial expressions are the most important of all body language. As expressed clear emotions, there are ways to interpret and read the facial false signals of disciples like poker face, where the individual tries to hide their emotions. For example, laughter and smiling are extremely hard to fake, usually detected when they are false. If you ever watched Naruto Shippuden, there's Sai is like that. Sai has cannot smile right away. He does not have a genuine smile. Chest and shoulder gestures are done in conjunction with the facial feature. When used along with tone of voice and attitude, body language can communicate many things and be read very well when by someone who knows kinetics. Do not confuse body language with sign language, which is a specific form of communication used by those who are hearing impaired. Adept members see the value of body language and glamour dynamics. Reading, controlling expression is a powerful tool for that for the integral and survival and personal sex and many dynamics. And when a vampire is in glamour, they adjust their behavior to better serve the goal. getting the desired results. For example, touching and then withdrawing results in the calibration to make the other person more comfortable. Calibration takes practice. It requires much effort facing change with each and every situation. Within the black fields and social dynamics, calibration is the process of refining your attitude, thoughts, and behavior to obtain desired favorable results. This requires a strong awareness of personal development and a shift in personal recognize one would turn musical instrument to play in tune or the same can be said about calibrating a scientific equipment to get accurate results. Behavior and attitude is in both senses of tuning and calibration must be constantly done. Based on circumstances, every situation is different. One steadfast rule is no calibration is perfect. There is always more room for error. However, calibration can dramatically help change the odds in favor for the vampire with skill and attractiveness and awareness. Attentiveness. For example, keynote where the other touch requires calibration to make the other person more comfortable, or one will come off offending and make the others feel uncomfortable, or that the vampire is creepy, all and those are results. Making others feel drawn to you, comfortable, and open gains positive results that can be directed through all forms of glamour. Calibration comes at all stages of lift or magic and lays a stead foundation for future training and social dynamics. Gratitude. Most people do not calibrate or understand the art of gratitude. This is a skill, habit, and preferred culture behavior which is done too much will seem sincere and done too little will seem fake. Social media has simplified gratitude to a simple like button. The Blackfield Vampire strives to be cultured, noble, and elegant and refined. One trick is to wait until the end of the project, such as an employee doing a good job, and offer a sincere thank you. By keeping the thank you in the end, you won't overdo it, and your praise will be taken more earnestly. Profusely thanking someone for every task can be overwhelming and even annoying. Thanking someone for a gift or something they have done for you is also simple. Just thank them with a recognition of what they have done in the serious way possible. It can be as simple as any to mailing a thank you card. Remember, when someone goes out of their way for you, however big or small, clearly acknowledging it builds a better vibe between you and the person. Keynote, touch. We just talked about this. Physical contact is an essential part of human psychology and social dynamics. In practitioner of vampire personality seek the art of touch as a part of glamour, which we call keynote. This comes from the word kinesthetics, or to touch. For some, one must know that every situation is different and how to read it, understand the factors such as culture was vary from appropriateness to etiquette of touch. Like all glamours, keynote comes in three contexts: sexual, professional, and personal. Each culture and individual have their own guidelines, boundaries, and meanings. For example, in Germany, hugging your friend is perfectly normal, but you shake hands for business. While in France, handshakes are for business also, include kissing twice, once on their cheek, and appropriate. The Vampyre studies in the keynote art of touch and pays attention to the body language and is in control of it. Mistakes will happen so simply. Calibrate and make sure the other person are comfortable and all of them involved are there on operating completely on their own free will. Listening. The ability to listen is just as important as the ability to speak, and is for some of them natural talent, for others to learn skill. Within Blackfield's glamour, there are two basic types of listening: reflective listening and active listening. For the reflective listening, response means to so that the speaker is fully aware that you are understanding what they are communicating. Response, body and language, eye contact, showing genuine gestures, empathy, and even securing a good environment are key factors in reflective listening. Active listening is attentive and evolving, making eye contact and maintaining a good posture, mirroring the speaker's body language to show interest, allowing the speaker to completely entirely their thought. Active listening, even entire thoughts. Active listening can be a powerful tool to help one fully understand what people are saying in consultative lectures, speeches, or conference. The point of active listening is to draw one element of detail, which in one way or other might not have been shared. This is an entire science and an art both of AL and RL, and this aids in vampire glamour and lower magic to a great degree. Listening requires a combination of communication, self-control, charisma, patience, focus, and emotional intelligence. A good word to further your listening skills is in the book Just Listen. Okay, I'll list that on my YouTube channel. It's probably on Just Listen. Discover the secret to getting through Absolutely Anyone by Mark Gustin. And the YouTube channel Charisma on Command. Oh, there's a Charisma on Command too. I'll list that on my YouTube channel too for you guys. Anyone by Mark Gustin. And the voice tone. Once employing vampire glamour and interpretable dynamic, the voice is a powerful tool. Your tone can direct, shape, and guide your communication. You might hear the words, but interested in your tone. This is often what animals respond to. Even if you hear another language, you can get an idea from tone, even if you aren't familiar near their languages. Tone is not always verbal. Non-verbal cues include pacing, volume, emphasis, and pauses. The form of communication influences the overall message greatly as it adds shades of meaning and degrees of seriousness. The believability of a message delivered to the right one is much higher than the actual words. For example, for an expanded 7-word phrase, I never said she stole the money, changes meaning according to emphasized parts of the phrase. Do not forget that combined with visual clues, perceptions of tone can be amplified or emphasized with gestures such as rolling one's eyes or rolling your head and face. Think about your practical application of one tone voice you to give off. Ask a voice coach or trusted friend how you come off in different situations or in general. Do you have a welcoming tone, an angry tone, or serious tone? Ask yourself what you want to communicate and practice and get feedback. Think, what does your tone communicate to others? A lot of my friends say I have a welcoming tone, that's why they always like me. When organizing a project or resolving any conflict, an efficient win-win. When organizing a project or resolving any conflict, an efficient system planning to coming to a mutual benefit results. This is completely normal within every culture or time, be it personal relationship between two people or an entire tribe or nation. Most planning conflict is done inefficiently or is unresolved, lasts long time and ends in the grudge. But the most important element of planning for a project is resolving the conflict and giving is its conclusion. Result of the goal is not just what you do, but how you do it. Results of that goal and how you do it. Black-Veiled vampires has a system to seek when a winner and surrender, where all parties mainly benefit as much as possible instead of there being a winner and a loser. This leaves links between the group for future and can result in stronger affinity for future interactions or a better reputation, respect, and a good vibe in the end. Instead of anger and resentment, where both parties lose sufficient communication and connection. First and foremost, planning a project or resolving a conflict requires effort and strategy which all parties participate within. And view this situation from is it essential for results of the win-win and rely on the opposing parties for take the effort to compound understand the other party's perspective. Remember, all parties must be in use of this system. Outlined here is the set of 6 steps of Vampyre Pillars called the 1-1 angle. Step 1, agreement. So you have to, both parties have to agree to the 1-1 angle. Step 2 is reality. Come to common reality or on identifying and defining the nature of the conflict or project at hand. Step 3 is the table. Put the ideas, solutions on the table. Both parties should suggest a series of solutions and ideas and put them on the table. Consider alternative solutions, ideas. The other person and don't reader or judge the opponent until their options are on the table. All solutions must have intent of being win-win angle. Being with every party asking for acceptable solution or ideas. The first to let the other go first and the most respectful perspective. Steps 4 is the review. Propose solution. Look over the list of solutions, ideas, and choose the most appealing to everyone in the win-win angle. All objections should be voiced at this point, and if no such can be reached, return to step 3, which is the table. Step 5, choose and agree. You decide what the best solution plan for everyone and does this satisfy all parties. This clearly lists all points of agreement and writing clearly what all parties have to agree to. This is not necessarily a contract, but an exercise of communication. Step 6, apply. On the resolution, how ideas will be applied. Here is where the real application comes in. The solution begins to take effect. Step 7. Once the solution is the after. Once the solution idea has been applied, it can be looked back upon, and all parties must see if the solution has worked there. It is still a conflict, or it is essential to clearly communicate and thus begin the process again. Begin the process again. Remember, the Black-Veiled Vampire promotes the principle of personal nobility and chivalry. Winning angle is not an outline of law, it's a system of thinking through a problem and creating a solution applying any group project. Okay. Fourth. Okay, now we're on number 4 of the dayside pillar, which is wellness, or wellness and health. Wellness of the corporeal part of the oneself, the vessel, is essential to continuing come forth by day. Wellness is about awareness, maintaining a good diet, exercising for staying properly, awareness of energy, and regular maintenance of the body that leads to the good foundation. Important to know this, what is presented here is an inspirational guide and does not replace advice from licensed trainers, medical care professionals, or nutritionists. There is a lot of conflict information out there, so use your best judgment. Okay, so guys, what I'm reading now, use your best judgment on this, okay? We present here the very basic inspiration to get on the right path. So, well, if you want to do this, but I suggest you talk to a doctor or well, a health practitioner first before doing this. The vessel. The vessel is a they part of the self, which is the corporeal physical body of the vampire. This completes the meaty parts and is a space suit for the vampire can watch spiritually evolve and allows them to interact with the personal physical day-side world, the five senses. Within the Kemetic traditions of ancient Egypt, the physical body is known as the cat, and was the container for the other six parts of the soul. It was preserved through mummification to allow the other parts of the soul to move on to the afterlife. The vessel is a temple in which the vampire makes their metamorphosis like a cat turning into a butterfly. Part of coming forth by day is for the vampire to keep their vessel intact, healthy, and preserved, as you only get one cat per lifetime. Feeling good in yourself is essential. Understanding and being comfortable within your vessel reduces stress and makes the mortal coil more efficient and pleasurable. The vampire vessel is theirs to decorate with fashion, tattoos, and other body modifications. However, remember, is only temporary from conception to the first death. I already told you guys before about the tattoo I want. If you haven't seen it, it's on my TikTok notes page. Cammy YouTuber. Diet. You are what you eat and drink, says the adapted vampire who has come forth by day and wishes to take care of the vessel. We cover three basic concepts here: drinking water, cutting out refined sugars, consumption habits. Remember, we are just reminding you and getting you started, not replacing professional advice and guidance. Okay, so remember again, guys, before you do any of these steps, talk to your nutritionist or doctor or a health practitioner first. Water makes up about the 60% of our vessel matter and is essential to stay hydrated, with about 15.5% liters of fluid a day for men, 11.5 2.7 liters for women. Most people skip on drinking enough water per day, and that acts with many health issues. It's best to drink immediately during the day, and a good sign you are hydrated is clear urine. Yellow usually means you are dehydrated. Okay, so that's good to know. Sugar, especially refined sugar, is excess and toxic to your vessel. It leads to heart disease, obesity, health issues, and such as diabetes. It's also best to avoid sweetness such as aspartame or Splenda. Yeah, guys, do not put aspartame or do not replace sugar with aspartame or sugar. Any of those non-sugary things, they're bad for you. They look natural sweetness like the other fruits and neither. And look to natural sweetness like stevia, fruits, or honey. That's a good point too. I have cut out lemonade now, and I have cut out. And when I drink coffee, I don't have sugar in it. The only time I have sugar in my coffee is when I go to Starbucks, and that's about it. And most of my foods don't have sugar. I don't eat junk food anymore. I've cut out that, and I exercise a lot more now. When it's not sunny out and I don't do a forest walk, I exercise in my room. So that consumption of food, it's about how you eat. Both frequency and habits, eating smaller and more frequent meals to fuel your body throughout the day or night is essential. You can schedule your meals so that your body knows when and what to expect, so that you are filled and no longer hungry. But do not overeat. Slow down when you eat. Do not eat too fast and chew your food. Chewing well is the beginning of the process of digestion and applies the absorption of nutrients by the rest of the body. And do not That's a good point too. Savor your food. That girl I'm gonna list on my YouTube channel, Lisa Glamour. She talks about that too. To savor the food, because it makes you feel better. It makes you feel more feminine. More if you want to feel more feminine and stuff like that. Because food is good. It makes you feel good. Movement. The vampire is being of energy and entity sensitive. Awareness of control. Physical will is essential to efficiently manage or use of the limited amounts of life force we can contain within our vessels. We have a qualified reserve energy before we must recharge. Even the most advanced incarnated vampires are limited to the boundaries of corporeal reality. Physical movement helps flow and amount for its energy, in such as regular exercise, dance, martial arts, and yoga. Look to the predatory great cats, such as the lion, the cheetah, and the celebrity cats. Surviving for millennia, they are amazing at efficiently using their stored energy. The lioness have a pride of the hunters and work as a team, each taunting concerning and exhausting their prey as they take turns at pawing and clawing it, making them highly capable of observing their energy. Cheetah is one of the fastest animals on Earth, but for only short bursts of energy. The saber-toothed cat was not a distant runner, but was still lies still in the camouflage, ready to pounce their prey in one highly successful calculated attack. Energy in nature is the culture of life. Management and movement makes us aware of how real life forces is how, and we can begin to control our use of movement. Movement of the vampire should be calculated, efficient, and powerful. It can be hypnotic to mortals and very easy to spot other vampires. Meditate on this and look for examples in the world around you by looking at these creatures and people who use their energy most efficiently. Rest. The most important tool for healing and vitality of your vessel and mind is the proper night's sleep. The vampire dreams in time, OBE, out of body experience, are the best done during the time of sleeping, when they reveal the flesh colored eyes. The Optics vampire must master this in order to personally ascend. Mental and physical healing happens mostly when sleeping, so it is. After eating a shelter, the most important of all wellness black fields. Make it a ritual activity to create positive sleep habits. There's that app I have on my phone called Breathe. I'll list it on my YouTube channel too, that you can try out. Try and maintain a constant sleep schedule. By making it a habit, your body will get used to it. Try for 8 hours of sleep per night. Make your sleeping space in your layer as dark as possible, as light sunlight you awake inhibits the properties of melatonin. When I sleep, I have a blind covering the window, and I wear a night mask, a sleep mask, for a bed to try to sleep. Eat properly before bed so you don't try to sleep on an empty stomach, as they contribute to sleep. Remember, proper sleep is one of the most important things to do for mental and physical health. Sports. Many laugh when they hear they have vampire sports, but rest assured, the Black Bill vampire seriously as any other. What is vampire sport? Any sport that vampire perform in healthy competition to challenge individual as well as increase health and vitality. So some vampires can be good team players, but most are like cats and dogs. They prefer mortality of individual sports rather than team efforts. Vampire sports include like snowboarding, skiing, surfing, belly dancing, scuba, with art, archery, shooting, the curling dance, and fire spinning, cliff diving, tennis, sports like those do involve collision, but they are competing with oneself and reaching personal best. I actually want to try I like surfing and I like doing belly dancing. It's one thing I'm gonna try. There's a YouTube on that channel I mentioned, there's the comment. She has this thing about like belly dancing. You can see it on that channel. And reaching personal best. Rather than competing with others, the goal of the vampire sport is to improve itself. Keep the best of healthy and compete only against the limits imposed on the individual. Fifth day set pillar. So let's see, financial dynamics. Okay, I think we're gonna stop here on this is the day set pillars. So we did the three, the fourth day set pillar, and the fifth day set pillar. But my voice is now getting away on me again. And we'll read more of this book. We'll go to the financial day set pillar tomorrow on YouTube, and I'm also going to be doing a tarot card reading live tomorrow too. So if you're interested, come and watch that. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you haven't seen it, the whole thing, it's going to be on YouTube for you. And then, like I said, I'll list all the stuff that I mentioned in this live and stream on my YouTube there. I'm going to be switching to gaming now, so if you want to keep watching. I'll be playing a mobile game. I'm playing Non-Stop Night now, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's alright. Oh, bless.